הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. איי 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 שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים אוי אחים גם יחד.
Good evening. We are starting by singing together words from Psalm 133 about the joy of being together. For us, the special joy of being together back in here, but also the joy of being able to join together with people at home as well. So if you would like to just say hello to the people at home, you can do that by pointing to that camera over there. And if you wave to them, you'll be able to see them waving back at you. There we go. We are on our special supplement sheets. We invite you to sing with us.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. איי 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 שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים אוי אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה שבת אחים אוי אחים גם יחד. אוי 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 שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים אוי אחים גם יחד.
So one of the things I wanted to share with you as we begin our service together and turn to the words of Yaribon is that the acoustics in here make it quite hard for people who are joining at home if we are doing anything other than singing. I'm not just saying that. I might just be saying that. You'll never know. But it would be really helpful if you can give your hearts to singing. And you at home, we invite you to turn on your screens and sing with us also.
Yaribon, Yaribon olam, ve'almaya antu malka, melech machaya. Yaribon olam, ve'almaya antu malka, melech machaya. Yaribon olam, ve'almaya antu malka, melech machaya. Ovad gevurtech b'tin haya, shapir kodama le'hachavaya. Yaribon olam ve'almaya antu malka melech malchaya. Ovad gevurtech Simaya, Shapir Kadama, Lahavaya, Yaribon, Yaribon Allah, Ve'amaya, Antu Malka, Nelech Malchaya, Yaribon Allah, Ve'amaya, Antu Malka, Nelech Malchaya.
And we turn to our psalm for this Shabbat evening. We're singing together from Psalm 97.
Shamea v'tisma, Shamea v'tisma, Zion, Zion. Shamea v'tisma, Shamea v'tisma, Zion, Zion. V'tagerna b'not Yehuda, v'tagerna b'not Yehuda. Shamea v'tisma, Shamea v'tisma, Zion, Zion. Shamea v'tisma, Shamea v'tisma, Zion, Zion. V'tagerna b'not Yehuda, v'tagerna b'not Yehuda. Ozarua v'tzadik, kol yishrei lev simcha. Ozarua l'tzadik, kol yishrei lev simcha. Ozarua l'tzadik, kol yishrei lev simcha. Kol yishrei lev simcha. Ozarua l'tzadik, kol yishrei lev simcha. Kol yishrei lev simcha. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai yai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai. Ozarua l'tzadik, kol yishrei lev simcha. Ozarua l'tzadik, kol yishrei lev simcha. Ozarua l'tzadik, kol yishrei lev simcha. Kol yishrei lev simcha. Ozarua l'tzadik, kol yishrei lev simcha. Kol yishrei lev simcha.
And having sung our way into Shabbat together, we're going to rise together as we light our Shabbat candles. I'm going to invite Imi and her family to come and light the candles. We're going to invite you at home, if you have candles, to light your candles also with us. And then together, we're all going to say the blessing after our candles are lit. Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Shabbat shalom. And on page 121, please take your seats. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat kabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat kabela. Shabbat nekabela, shamo v'zacho v'dibur echad, ishmiyanu el yuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'v'tiferet v'litzila, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki makor habaracha, merosh mikedem mesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava v'tefila. Lecha Shabbat nekabela, itorari, kiva orek umiuri, uri shidaveri, kavod alayich nikla, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Rise together. Bo'im v'shalom atzeret ba'ala, gam v'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Bo'im chala, bo'im chala. Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. And though we come together with joy in our hearts of being able to sing together, we recognize that in the community here and also at home are those who come to Shabbat in mourning. So for those who on this Shabbat are remembering someone, we wish you the traditional words of consolation. Hamakom yinechem etchem b'toch sha'ah ha'avelim. May the ever-present God be a source of comfort to you, together with all those who mourn. On page 124, Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Ulzamer l'shimcha elyon, ulzamer l'shimcha elyon, להגיד בבוקר
חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. עלי עשור ועני נבל, עלי היגיון בחינו, כי שמחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך ארנן. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. איש בעל לא ידע, וכסיל לא יבין עצות. בפרוח רשעים כמו עשב, ויציצו כל פועלי אבן, וישמדם עדי עד. ואתה מרום לעולם אדוני, כי הנה אויביך אדוני, כי הנה אויביך יאבדו, יתפרדו כל פועלי אבן. ותרם קירם קרני בלותי בשמן רענן, ותבטני בשורי, וקמים עלי מרעים, תשמענה אוזני.
צדיק אתה מה יפרח, כארץ בלבנון יזכה. שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינובון בצבא, ושנים רעננים יהיו. להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי ולא עבדת בו. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות.
Only a few moments ago, the sun dipped down below the horizon. And it's only on certain times of the year that our 6:30 start allows us to really say the words of Ma'ariv Aravim, the rolling of light into darkness and day into night, in a way that really speaks to the moment. So as we rise for Baruch Hu, we're going to sing the Baruch Hu and then roll into light, roll into dark, which you can find on your shore sheets. So please rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach.
your seats.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv, aravi.
We're on page 129. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha ahavta, Torah mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadata, al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochbeinu v'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach v'na'aloz b'divrei Toratecha, u'mitzvotecha v'chukotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu v'orech yameinu, u'vahem negei yomam v'layla, v'vatcha el tasim imenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev et amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Leolam Vahed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Leolam Vahed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. We take a moment to read the second paragraph for ourselves on page 132. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תתרו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם. למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו, העושה גדולות עד אין חקר, ונפלאות עד אין מספר. וראו בניו גבורתו, שיבחו והודו לשמו, ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם. משה ומרים ובני ישראל, לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם. Neda הקודש. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
On page 136, I invite you to read with me. Source of our life and our sovereign, cause us to lie down in peace and rise again to enjoy life. Spread over us the covering of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Be a shield about us, turning away every enemy, disease, violence, hunger, and sorrow. Remove the temptation that awaits us and the guilt that lies behind us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are a God who guards and protects us, a ruler of mercy and compassion. Guard us when we go out and when we come in, to enjoy life and peace both now and forever, and spread over us the shelter of your peace. Blessed are you, God, spreading the shelter of peace over us, over your people Israel, and over all the world. Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Let's rise together. I haven't done this for 18 months. Yitgadal v'yitgada shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Dalmad yivrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yom yamechon uv'chaydicho beit Yisrael ma'agala v'zman karev v'yimaru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mavorach le'alam almei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpah v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitada v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudsha b'richu le'ela min kol bechata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata diamiran b'alma v'himaru. Amen. Yai, nai, 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 Adonai. Ya, nai, 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 satai tiftach. Ya, nai, 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 ufi yagid.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Elohei Moteinu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Koneh HaKol Bezocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot V'Mevi Goel Livnei B'neihem Leman Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Pokei Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Meitim Atarav L'Hoshia Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayei Meitim B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Ve'Hofech Olim U'Matzir Asurim U'Makayem Emunato Lishenei Ava Michamocha Bal Gevurot U'Midom Elach Melech Meimit U'Machayeh U'Matzmiach Yeshua V'Neman Atah L'Chayot Meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei HaMeitim Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Kedoshim B'Chol Yom Ya'alelucha Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
We are going to continue with our Amidah individually. We're coming together in the middle of page 148. Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Ki Atah Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Ki Atah Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Shalom Rav
Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Baruch atah Adonai, hamavarech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom.
And having just prayed for great peace, and before we conclude our Amidah with the words of Osei Shalom, we ask for wholeness, for Shalem, wholeness of body and of mind for those in our community who are unwell. We take a moment to think of those we know in our community who are ill at this time, praying both for their recovery and thinking of those things that we can do to make their recovery easier, to make their illness a little less of a burden for them. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed are you, God, who heals the sick. Say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael, amen.
And please take your seats. So we are in this journey of return into our building, but recognize that for many of our members, this doesn't yet feel like a space that they can come back into. In fact, there's about double the number of households joining us online that there are here in the Beit Tefillah, just to recognize that you at home are still such an important part of our community. And as we begin this journey back, one of the ways we wanted to express that is that one of the Erev clergy team is online as well. So we're really pleased to be able to hand over to Cantor Tamara, who is going to give our Devar Traf for this evening. You need to watch these screens if you're here and put it on speaker view if you are at home.
Some of my favorite moments in Talmud are the ones which remind me that the rabbis, scholars, and commentators of the time were, above all, human. They had fears and insecurities. They often stood corrected and made mistakes. And like so many of us, they hated when their long commutes were delayed because of bad weather. In a few days, it will be the 7th day of the month of Cheshvan, a date on which the rabbis deemed it permissible to begin praying for rain in the land of Israel. Why did they wait until this particular day to recite the special prayers for rain during the Amidah? Because they knew that the people who had made the pilgrimage to the temple in Jerusalem for Sukkot would have a long journey ahead of them, and they wanted to give even the farthest afield traveler enough time to get home. They knew that praying for rain might hinder the journey or make it more treacherous. This dispensation struck me, both because it revealed the rabbis' humanity and because it recognized that even 1800 years ago, the rabbis of the Talmud were living in a truly global world. People traveled long distances, not only to make pilgrimages, but also to visit other synagogues or batei midrash. Ideas and customs were exchanged and communicated by traveling rabbis who moved between yeshivot in Jerusalem and Babylon, linking the two communities together. Today, we are used to exchanging and communicating ideas across long distances. Some of us grew up with handwritten letters and pen pals, and then landlines and mobile phones, then texting, emailing, Skype, and Zoom. Google has become the gateway to accessing nearly anything from anywhere in the world. The dizzying rate of information growth and the rapid development of technology both have enabled us to feel as though the global gap is truly closing. And the wonders of technology have enabled us to continue to pray as one community throughout these last 18 months, whether inside the building or inside our homes. On a personal note, I am especially grateful that technology has enabled my family in America to join us for so many Shabbat and festival services. Despite never having attended an in-person service, they truly feel a part of the Eilith family. And they are not alone. On Yom Kippur afternoon alone, we were joined by over 250 people tuning into our services on YouTube from America. In a time when international travel has been so disrupted, it is remarkable that we are still a truly global community, connected across the miles and across the time zones. As we begin this new month of Cheshvan, and as we enter into this new and perhaps slightly rainier season, let us not take for granted how lucky we are that our Judaism is so global. Just as our ancestors did, we can strengthen our connections to a Jewish world that extends beyond the walls of our homes or our synagogues. And when there are delays to our buses or our tubes due to rainy roads, we can smile at the knowledge that even this slightly annoying experience is an unlikely link to our rabbinic ancestors, who understood that a bit of weather was no match for the power of community. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
We're going to invite you, whether you are here in person or at home, to rise with us as we turn to page 310 and prepare for the words of the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tzekenu l'aliotze bereshit, asher b'chabanu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato, v'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים ואלוהינו אין עוד את מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד.
And on page 313. על כן נקווה לך אדוני אלוהינו לראות מהרה בתפארת עוזך להביא גלולים מן הארץ והאלילים קרות שכרתון לתקן עולם במלכות שדי וכל בני בשר יקראו בשמך להפנות אליך כל ראשי ארץ יכירו וידעו כל יושבי תבל כי שותפים כולנו בתיקון עולמך כי המלכות שלך היא ולעולמי עד תמלוך בכבוד ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
As we turn to the words of the Kaddish on page 316, we send strength to those who are in the Shloshim and the Shana, the month and the year since the death of a loved one. And we join with those who are marking the anniversary of the death of a loved one, those whose yahrzeits fall this week. We think of Marilyn Abrahams, Miriam Beresford, Miriam Bermont, David Burson, Louis Bloch, Maxwell Brody, Henry Ebner, Thomas Egri, Ruth Ecker, Minnie Ferrer, Robert Friedman, Henry Fridjohn, Phyllis Gordimer, Jaime Goldman, Barbara Green, Harold Yanover, Jesse J., Dorothy Kanarek, Bill Levy, Anne Lobel, Rosa Manzour, Sally Mordechai, Maisie Moscow, Samuel Olive, Betty Overlander, Stella Price, Muriel Silverman, Leo Simmons, Ephraim Smith, Harry Urban, Arthur Weissman, Kitty Yaros, and Chaya Zlotniki. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories all be for a blessing. As I invite those both at home and here who are mourning the death of a loved one to join with me in reciting the Kaddish, and for those who stand as members of their community to support them to respond with the responses in bold. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ba'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon. Uv'chayei dichol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei. V'yitadar v'yitalei v'yithalal. Shemedi Kudisha Berichu, La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, di amiran ba'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shamaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimrumav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol ha'olam, v'imru amen.
And please take your seats. There are many things that we will not take for granted in the future. One of them is certainly the ability to stand together and support one another in saying Kaddish, to be able to be together as we do so. It has been too long, 18 months, to be able to do this together. We've also waited far too long for a young person to read Torah from this bima. The last time it's happened was the 21st of March of last year. Imi is going to solve that for us tomorrow morning. So please do, if you feel comfortable doing so and haven't done so already, please do feel free to book in or to let us know you're coming and to join us tomorrow morning when Imi will teach us Torah and read Torah for the first time. That's at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Before that, at 9:15, there's the opportunity to study the Torah portion with Nicola Feustwang, student Rabbi Nicola. And that's online at 9:15. And then at 11 o'clock, there is a Kolot service, which also still has spaces that you can book in for. So we celebrate being back. We celebrate with Imi. We celebrate also with Lucy and Scott. I assume that's Scott. Hello. And on your engagement, Mazel Tov. Lucy and Scott are going to kind of lead us in Kiddush in a moment. I say kind of because they're not amplified, which was also the problem that Terry had over there before. So we have to really join in with them so that people at home can also hear and join in as well. So as we prepare to do so, we are going to celebrate being able to be back together by singing again words from Psalm 133 as we invite Lucy and Scott to come and lift the cup to prepare for Kiddush, which you will find when we get to it on page 452.
Hinei maton umanayim shemerachim gam yachad. 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 How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hinei maton umanayim shemerachim gam yachad. Hinei maton umanayim shemerachim gam yachad.
Let's rise together. We're on page 452.
Vayechudu hashamayim va'aretz v'chol tzva'am. Vayechal Elohim b'yom hashvi'i melachto asher asa. Vayishpot b'yom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa. Vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i vayekadesh oto. Ki bo Shabbat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim לעשות. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu
בשבת קודשו, באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי באנו ואתה, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. Amen.
L'chaim. And Mazel Tov. We are going to just finish the way that we began. I'm just going to invite everyone to just look at that camera over there. We're just going to say Shabbat Shalom to everybody at home. Shabbat Shalom, there you go. And we are going to invite you at home, if you wish, to unmute yourselves. You can now unmute yourselves and wish us Shabbat Shalom and each other Shabbat Shalom as well. Shabbat Shalom, thank you so much for being with us.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Jackie and Stanley.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Michael.
Shabbat Shalom, Jenny.
Shabbat Shalom, Kenton, Tamar, Robinson.
Shabbat Shalom.
Well, good
Thank
clapper.
you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
Lena.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Michael.
Shabbat Shalom.
And